afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Crossroads, winter in the north. It is Jimmy, or Hoi-Jimmy, fighting here for the German army, Deutschland. The 272nd Volksgrenadier Division here with Osttruppe, featuring Osttruppe, entrenching tools, artillery field officer, supply drops, and the regular artillery support with panzer and infantry bullets. To the south it is El Dorado, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Infantry Division, holding the line here to the Germans launch assault here, doing the Battle of the Bulge. And we got here recon support with raid tactics on our Pathfinders, airdrop combat groups, Greyhounds, and the M83 cluster bombs here. We got Osttruppe here for Jimmy, with the Pioneers and the heading southwards for the fuel upon the MG42, and the Osttruppe heading westwards there. An aggressive spread here by Jimmy, of course, can quickly plug in gaps thanks to the Osttruppe and their rapid speed on hitting the field, which is, of course, one of the primary reasons you go for Osttruppe. You can get out a bunch of them very fast, help hold ground, so that way briefly search out ahead of your opponent. Of course, El Dorado is going for the Pathfinders, which almost the same degree allow the same, though they are a bit more expensive. On the end, they do scale better. And looks like this Pioneer to vault here. If Jimmy realizes what's going on there, they just are like, you know, Jürgen, really nice handiwork was about by, yeah, but maybe we should have been on the other side of it, you idiot. Anyways, MG4 Osttruppe pushing watch. It's actually going pretty hard on his opponent's car point, looking to really disrupt him. In this case, though, El Dorado with the counter push is already throwing Jimmy's fragile opening into possible disarray as he's forced to quickly push around to deal with that. More smart here for Jimmy, for Deutschland, Germany. And the Pioneer sort of still just like, you know, can't we just jump over the sandbags? Shouldn't they? Should be able to. Worst case scenario, what you can do if you for some reason can't, is just try and lay down another slice of sandbags and then, you know, jump over that. Well, it's more moving here in the west here. And as always, please remember to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And press that bell button if you do subscribe. Also, very much, as always, a big thank you from patrons, supporters, the ones who continue to support me in my endeavour. Without this, I would not be able to, their support would not be able to make all these videos. You can join the ranks too by pledging. But anyways, skirmishing up, rather than quickly falling back in the face of the Osttruppe. Pioneers to force a cut. The Bart wasn't, apparently there's not even space for them to jump. Certainly a bit awkward there. Laying down a fresh Bart while hoping this time they don't get stuck. Auto. Phew. Okay, this time around they would have been a bit awkward, like, you know, somehow and they end up in the same spot again. MG4 to set up. Unfortunately, a bit of an awkward position here with the gap here with the Pathfinders going to go up. We got an Osttruppe squad nearby on the flank. The problem, we got Rifle, we got Pathfinder, and the machine's going to have to fall back here. As Jimmy's machine crew is in a dire straight situation where they will not be able to, I think, set up safely without risking getting wiped out. But still, he's trying it, and we got El Dorado going at it. There we go, forcefully finding a retreat helmet, and Pathfinder maybe could have tried that to finish it off. In this case, the machine crew just narrowly escape here. The wrath of America. Now we've got early grenades here from El Dorado. A sudden surprise, resulting in the full loss of an Osttruppe squad. A staggering blow to Jimmy, and a nasty surprise there. Thumbs up to El Dorado. That is one reason why American grenades currently are really good, because most players don't expect them. So nasty throw there by El Dorado, really leaving Jimmy here in the lurch. He's forced to expend more manpower on troops. He has taken up, but that further slows down the attack. It could of course try for some panzer grenadiers, but obviously at the same time he doesn't want to have to wait that long. And the amount of pressure here that El Dorado is inflicting upon him here already. Down here by the west point, we got Pathfinders with the Osttruppe. Rifles snapping up, that incredibly short range for rifle moving in here. The Osttruppe are firmly trying to stop the Americans from overwhelming them, but it may not be quite enough. Here we got the rifles skirmishing out here with the Osttruppe. Apparently still up north, we got an MG4 moving from the north there. Tech done obviously in the south here. Pioneers laying in sandbags, but the point here, Osttruppe finally pushed off here. The riflemen, 10 kills, veterans 1. Fresh Osttruppe squad going in there. Their hearts filled with hatred of the Americans who blew apart their comrades. Though technically, you know, maybe not. Rather than they're falling back here, we got the MG4 engaging the rifle inside the building. Then we got Osttruppe as well here. Not necessarily the best engagement there for El Dorado. So it does stall up the opponent. We got the lieutenant out here for El Dorado, running with some more experienced troops with Thompson, of course. And of course more grenades, plus smoke grenades, which is certainly also the reason that the lieutenant's actually handy if you research, you know, grenades. He does provide you another source of smoke there, so thumbs up on that one. We're probably seeing some fast light vehicles here, maybe some 20s. Then again, with the recon support doctrine, he could of course just go for the captain, rely on the tank guns, machine guns, then use the doctrine for pack cards and light vehicles. That's actually what some players like to do when they go for recon support. Jimmy here filling up the punch with is very good here. Definitely something a bit more hardened here versus the armies, and particularly with the threat of grenades. There go another pineapple on the retreating Pioneers as well there. Oh, Gott im Himmel. Another Osttruppe squad wiped out there. Another blow to the German army. Cancels the panzer grenadiers actually. Gott im Himmel. El Dorado is just kicking in Jimmy's teeth at the moment. That is just brutal. I'm guessing he's going to go for a fast like to make an extra use of vehicles, maybe turn around, but he's going to need more infantry down the road. But good lord, those grenades are just absolutely devastating. So it reminds me of the pineapple grenades in Company's one, which are known as nuclear pineapple grenades. But anyways, also on the rear slants here, Ralph's coming up there. We got at least going to see another timely grenade here on Jimmy. Definitely needs to be more cautious around them. But there you go. Could actually lose the Ralph squad here if Dorado isn't careful. Center point short then before could get flanked him with Lieutenant calls us grenades. We got the 2-2 there for Jimmy. For Germany, Deutschland. They like to punch his speed van. Being rushed in from a nearby punch. Going to be shown the 15th. Provide support here from the 272nd Volksgrenadier, which is already here in the opening moments of the fight. Suffered significant casualties. The Americans have been putting up a brave defense against the encroaching Krauts. Back here, Osttruppe reinforcing, 2-2 almost done. Got the cop on their back, Lieutenant's in the center point here. Back here, troops reinforcing. No, we do get mechanized command post here from Dorado after the 50 caps. It's not going to be the captain. Then use recon supports to back up the rest there. Move, which is, again, somewhat popular with recon supports. An interesting divergence there by Dorado. Meanwhile, moving up the west side here, Germans ground already being snatched up by the Americans. Pioneers with the marchers for the lieutenant. Not a great engagement in the south. Osttruppe laying down sandbags, but going to be caught here by the 50 cal possibly. Punch can squad ready. There you go. 2-2 charge at the lieutenant who's getting the bazooka, but it's not going to be time here to stop the armored car from tearing huge chunks out of them. Punch can squad also around here for Jimmy. Thumbs up to that. Osttruppe there's going to be caught by the 50 cal, but they do manage to get into cover. They're really depleted. Their health ragged. Their lifeline slipping. Stuart light tank here for Dorado, and there goes some forced retreat right past the 50 cal, but we got the armored car here trying to save the day. Osttruppe backed up, the infantry going for the west side, going for the car point, disrupting Dorado's fuel flow once more. In the center, Pioneers using points here. Armored car roaming about here, going for the reactions. The Panzer squad there heading center west here. Ralph squad pushed back with the Osttruppe MU42 combo. A lot of frantic and kinetic fighting here between these two commanders. Panzer squad moving forwards here. Close support from the 15th Panzer Grenadiers to support the 272nd Volksgrenadier Division. All technically could also represent Fusiliers, since, you know, fun fact about most German infantry divisions, including the later Volksgrenadier divisions, but they actually had sort of a more elite unit within them, as known as the Fusiliers, which was sort of part recons, but also just part slightly better troops. Volksgrenadier divisions typically they only had a company, they still had a battalion. They were sort of, you know, say, better troops on average, were better equipped, and, you know, more veteran in general. So, little fun fact there, little fun fact. There you go, 50 cal up to the building. Going less great there for the 2-2. West side here, Pathfinder's the MD42. If he had the munitions, he could try and pop the artillery barrage there, but he doesn't have it. 50 cal up in the 2-2, doing some heavy damage with the armor-piercing rounds. Lieutenant moving out, and we got the shield out as well for Dorado. Jimmy, meanwhile, has no Pack 40 ready, no Panzerabwehrkanone, no Panzer 6, no Telemines. He has the munitions. He's got tons of munitions. Another advantage of going for an Osttruppe doctrine build is, you know, you typically have a lot of munitions then for mines and other things, but right now, Jimmy has none. His 2-2 goes down. Another disaster for the 272nd Volksgrenadier Division here, as the 2nd Infantry is giving them a good beating. Got the Pack 40 away here for Jimmy. I was about to say Dorado, but obviously he's not the one getting the Pack 40, at least not right away. I mean, who knows? Jimmy could lose it to him. Machine gun, they're trying to get the point here, but need to retreat now before they get wiped out. Medic bunker up there for Jimmy. Pack 40 halfway done. Going for the car point there. Aggressive play by Dorado so far. But really, those grenades have just been hugely devastating. I think part of it again is just Jimmy not being used to it because, and I have to stress this, most American players will never bother with grenades ever. So if suddenly your opponent suddenly starts chucking them at you, you're going to be like completely like, whoa, they can do that? The Americans know how to toss things? Besides the economy. Anyways, also there's the rifle squad there up close. Stood light tanking in there. Got another grenade here on the Osttruppe. This time, Jamie actually sort of realized, hang on, they got grenades. I got to retreat. But it's close to another wipe here on Jimmy. And there you go, incredible close. Got the Pack 40 setting up here, but it may not be in time to stop the Stuart light tank. There you go, Pack 40 set up. There we go, good hit on the Stuart light tank. He's going to push into the base to try and get some wipe. He's trying, but I think he realizes that was a bit of a bad call, then backs off for the Stuart before he risks losing. In the west here, we got Rhyme Squad pushed back by the Pioneers. Punches going for the cut off on the fuel again. We all got the Stuart moving in there to stop that. They're turning up here as well to threaten here any immediate movements from the Pack 4. We got mines down here, but it's a bit too late for Jimmy. And now they engage for the Stuart light tank. The situation for the Germans remains precarious, to put it generously. Lieutenant caught it there. Goes smoke stream from the lieutenant. Thumbs up there by Dorado. Osttruppe sending out that Pack 40 as well here. Pioneers trying to at least grab the point, but the ultimate forced to retreat here by the Stuart light tank. Pushing past the smoke there. And 10 moving in, there we go. Routed finally, but right now, El Dorado and the 2nd Infantry are in strong position in most of the map here. Back here, Panzer is reinforcing, or he should be reinforcing. Got another Panzer squad on the way for Jimmy, more elite infantry to put pressure on El Dorado. USF not going to be taking up any time soon. Meanwhile, El Dorado could actually do that soon. He's going for weapon racks first, though. BARs and bazookas, certainly definitely a way to challenge the Panzergrenadiers, since Iron Great Riflemen will definitely not have the best of time versus them. And again, also just as a further note, having 2 Panzergrenadier squads of the Wehrmacht is generally a very good tactical composition, and they're great at quickly, like, overwhelming individual units and clearing out support weapons. So for that reason, just having 2 Panzergrenadier squads is typically very good for you in the longer run. Or 2 Assault Grenadier squads, or 2 Stormtrooper squads. We're seeing they're about to get host out though. 50 cal opening up there on the Osttruppe. Panzer moving forward here. Need to care for that 50 cal. And of course, eventually needs to take up. But for now, he's obviously more preoccupied with just killing the Americans. Panzers are not happening anytime soon. There you go. Panzer hold here by the 50 cal there. The Mardus just chang through the Germans. There you go. Grenades being exchanged here. Now it's El Dorado's time to be surprised by German grades. Apparently both can be a bit surprised. That obviously from the Germans, you should be less surprised when the Panzergrenadiers chuck a bun grenade at you. But there you go. A small win there for Jimmy. Finally a bit of vengeance exacted for all those German lives lost in service of Deutschland. Still light tank rushing eastwards here. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. No tech yet there for Jimmy. Definitely should consider that soon-ish. As for El Dorado, you definitely also prioritize that eventually. But right now, obviously, the priority is weapon racks, guns for his troops, and probably actually should replace some of his losses. Actually starting to run a bit out in infantry compared to Jimmy, though, of course. 2 of Jimmy's squads are Osttruppe, but the other 2 are Panzergrenadiers. He still technically has a bunch of infantry that should not be taken lightly by El Dorado remotely. Of course, it may be he's planning here to use the airdrop command group for some paratroopers. Not a bad idea, though he's short on munitions for that. So he may just have to consider another rifle squad in the meantime. Going for the cop on their Pack 40 pursuit here. Panzer they're trying to deal with the Americans, but they are in a bit of a tight position. And there you go, using this in the armor piece, trying to force out the 5th car on the building. Very good maneuver there by Jimmy, and clearly here, El Dorado was not prepared for that. Panzer coming up here, more Panzers right, plus the Osttruppe there. Nice fire base there from the MG42 with his incendiary armor piercing rounds, tearing significant swaths of health there out of El Dorado's forces now. 2 Panzer swords backed up with the Osttruppe moving forwards here. Probably should honestly have the Osttruppe in front of the Panzergrenadiers to have the Osttruppe draw fire away from the Panzergrenadiers, negating some of the damage there. That would have been a clever move there by Jimmy. In the end, though, he still pulls through, since again, 2 Panzer squads can lay down some pretty harsh fire against individual infantry squads. And there you go, Lieutenant routed, almost taken out there. Route squad in the center, meanwhile, being almost cleared up with the MG42, though the MG42 itself probably should retreat soon. Back here, fresh wave of troops moving out there. Airdrop then for Jimmy with some Pack 40s and MG44 plus fuel and munitions. Clearly a bit worried about enemy armor. Though worth noting, El Dorado is not pushing for medium armor himself, though he could. He's going for the captain first. So he is actually going for the lieutenant captain, but not quite in the order I would have imagined. Also, they're getting off a Panzerfaust to a light tank. Good hit there. Damaged engine. Pushing westward with the Panzergrenadiers in the Pack 40 here. We need to help deal with the Stuart light tank. With the damage, so he has a chance to actually finish off with the Pack 40. Just one more hit and the Stuart light tank will be a burning hulk of scrap and steel. And no luck there. In fact, Jimmy there in his exuberance decided to take out the Stuart light tank. Might actually rest the Pack 40 there, but he does avoid it being handed over to the Americans, which would have been quite awkward for him. But there you go, Pack 40, MG34 ready, plus of course fuel and munitions. That would be great there versus El Dorado, and of course going to make it much easier for him to take up here for some Panzerwaffe. Up here, point being short there, going for the cop on the south there, sneak maneuver by Jimmy, thumbs up there, that is what we like to see. And we got the mechanized command post for the company command post as well there. So El Dorado is definitely not quite going for your typical American build. You don't usually see it like that. Oh, expecting you to move in there, he actually pops a bun grenade. But El Dorado also ends up being a bit wasted munitions though. With 300 munitions, I guess he can get away with it. But that machine gun though needs to get away now. He's about to lose his veteran 2 MG42, and that's going to be pretty bad. Whew, that was way too close there for comfort. Stuart light tank rolling out here for El Dorado. Democracy, freedom. And there goes Stuart light tank over the Osttruppe there out in the open there, easy targets. Trying to flank the 5th car, I think, but Yeah, I mean, more likely he might be actually using this diversion to allow other troops to close in, but in fact not happening, so it ends up just being a waste. Base is flanking up here. We've got double pack force now moving for Jimmy, obviously. MD-44 turning around here, MD-4 turning force, and of course, more importantly, Jimmy needs to attack, and obviously El Dorado needs to take eventually. We got the captain out there. Does also find, of course, with an infantry squad. He takes for the company command post. Oh, he definitely should just go for some more regular infantry squad. But he's technically at 4 infantry squads now, so that's something. Noting here that Jimmy lost another Osttruppe squad. Finally taking up there. Thumbs up to Jimmy. To Germany. Meanwhile, push for the center here. Jimmy's front line once more in a rather decidedly hazardous place as El Dorado strikes hard. Showing no mercy, but there you go. Double punch with their backing up. The MD-42 going hard east here. That's going to prompt there for El Dorado's lone captain. He may be courageous. He may have his seniority, but that doesn't matter in the face of German firepower. Stuart Lighting with Rears coming in here. I've got called support. Need to get the Pack 40s down there, but they're not quite in position to easily assist here. He's going to do his best, of course. Got the car point back. West side there, you can see the map slowly being made red here in Service America. Punch pushing south for the sea further. Home to, I think, spread out his forces to maybe sort of help El Dorado makes a mistake and then take out something in the Pack 40s that are obviously rather risky. And we got a Pack Hunter plus an anti-tank here for El Dorado. Interesting move again. He did with the one actually with tanks ahead, I think, of Jimmy, but decided not to go there. That said, Pack Hunter and anti-tank guns from the Americans should not be taken lightly remotely. More punches for Jimmy. So we actually got a triple Panzergrenadier build. Now, that's actually on the rare end. Not bad at all, though, but definitely rare. And we could open their power finders there. That could actually give El Dorado a bit of a headache. And there goes to Pack 14, getting this to Lighting. Almost got it. One more hit. One more hit. Does look like he is finally taking up there. Meanwhile, Jimmy needs to get the Support Corps soon. Unless he's... Oh, he cancelled that to check for another Panzergrenadier squad. That could actually get a bit risky then there for Jimmy, to be honest. But considering he's got so much fuel there, he really should be trying to push it a bit hard and then go for more Panzergrenadiers.
We're losing a capture point.
Pack cards are opening up. They need to retreat those Panzergrenadiers soon, I think. Yup, down to 2 health. A tremendous sliver of health left. Telemines down, need to deal with enemy vehicles and armor. Very good there. Panzer moving up. They could throw a bomb grenade there at the lieutenant. Grenade off from the Panzer. They're almost taken out there. El Dorado here clearly faster than Jimmy on the grenade front there. Go bomb grenade on the trading unit, but I think a bit too slow there, so ends up not doing much with it. Major out for El Dorado. And before to the prime fire support here in the center. Halfway to the east level, of course, the pack out's going to be a big issue. We can see the El Dorado quick to call on the Baratron. The machine gun nest there. Going for the car point there. Furious, flurrious action. The West here, Punch going for the car point. Good field rationing from both sides. So again, on Jimmy, it's less impactful though. I would be more impressed though if Jimmy would actually take up and push with an armor, so again to make use of all that fuel. Panzergrenadier squad caught with a Stuart light tank. Other squad they need to retreat soon as well. Pack force being hauled westwards. El Dorado Stuart light tank strikes like lightning, harassing and harrying the German flanks and any openings. Both sides effectively cut off from the field points.
A capture point is under attack.
Major on the car point, quick calling some artillery here, and there it goes. Does so on the MD-44 man here by the Osttruppe. North here, Pack force going for the light tank. First shot misses. Second shot misses as well. Artillery firing down. The first shot misses the MD-44. Second one misses the MD-44 as well. Third shot, another miss. In fact, none of the artillery shots hits anything. In fact, oh, got an Osttruppe squad. This is not, in fact, got no Osttruppe left. It's all Panzergrenadiers left now here for Jimmy. He's finally taking up, though. He is finally taking up again. We'll have to see if he actually sticks with it this time around. El Dorado can actually soon go for Sherman. In this regard, Jimmy could easily have a tank up ahead of El Dorado. In fact, he possibly had like several tanks. So, yeah. There. Captain needs to think held back by the MD-42 there, halfway to the ace level. Meanwhile, big retreat on the west by the Panzergrenadiers there, forcing away the Americans with their Sturmgewehr and their discipline. There we go, take done. Sherman for El Dorado for the 2nd Infantry. And Pioneers will hopefully begin building that Support Corps anytime now. Looks like it, there we go. Bit of quiet here for once between the two sides. They've been quite frantic here the first almost 20 minutes of the game, but now things to be slowing down a bit. They're both catching their breath, preparing preparations there for the next series of engagements. There we go, push the Carbons quickly forward here by the MD-42. Oh, that's MD-34 and the Panzer squad here. Maybe could have tried with the bomb grenade there on the retreat path, hope to get a wipe there. Still pushing for these ammunitions. Center's been claimed over the Americans. We've got 233 versus 445. Big lead for El Dorado and the 2nd Infantry Division over the 272nd Volksgrenadier Division. Power Panzer counter-tanking the Panzer squad forcing retreat. They're halfway to the ace loop. It'd be a shame to lose them here. 422 munitions for Jimmy. Could definitely consider laying down small mines for that. S-mines would be great there. In particular around the car point, his fuel point for example here, since El Dorado does like to harass it. S-mines could be a great way of making that harder. Machine moving about here up north point being seized there by the Pathfinder, ship reinforcing healing. Can soon go for a Panzer IV. Those Panzers need to retreat. And get wiped too late there for Jimmy, unfortunately, too late. Nasty strike there, showing up the eastern side here. Jimmy down to get 2 infantry squads, definitely to replace those eventually. Pack 4Ds get a good hit in the show, in fact taking down to half of in a matter of moments. Thumbs up there. Going for the western carve point once more. And connecting over the Panzer IV any moment now here versus El Dorado. Though of course El Dorado is prepared with bazookas, anti-tank guns, and the Sherman. So, oh, he goes for another Panzer squad before the tank. I mean, you definitely want maybe a 3 infantry squad. But that being said, I do think in this case you should push for the Panzer IV ahead of the Panzergrenadiers. But again, I do appreciate his dedication to the Panzergrenadiers. Do appreciate it. El Dorado going for the 5th cavalry and suppressed there. Grand eastern point here. Panzer getting the rifleman out in the open with heavy Sturmgewehr fire. Rifle squad, there we go. Bomb grenade as well, forcing a further treat the quarter Malin catches up north, 3 points being seized, going about here behind Jimmy's lines, stripping spread for the 5th cal, the Maldus, back here reinforcing. Nothing going there in Jimmy's base. Further. But he definitely needs to like push for tanks soon, or at least some Stugs, or Osvins. North here capped up by them before the Deutschen victory point. We got 284 versus 445. More pack hard fire, close to front, wiping out the Panthers there. Go. Need to treat them soon, showing at least inside. We got another devastating plus grenades in the Panthers. This time though, Jimmy is ready to retreat in time, avoiding another wipe. There's still close one air pack 4 being repositioned already. Panzer is falling back here. Jimmy's situation remains quite fractured, and he really, I think, very badly needs like some tanks, like put more mobile pressure on El Dorado and sort of handle these things a bit more flexibly, because the problem with the pack 40s is they're kind of slow, so they can't easily like respond to situations or support attacks as well. So he needs something that's a bit more mobile at this stage. In particular, since El Dorado, as you can see, is quite good at maneuvering about there, so it's not like he just part the packs in one place and just, you know, El Dorado does the rest of the work for Jimmy in this regard. Though he has like to keep pace with El Dorado's swift maneuvers, which makes the pack force in this case less effective. Show him the right units. Can soon go for that Panzer IV, though again at this point he might actually just want to go for Stug, since they are a bit cheap and can quickly just get several of them out. And again they are just, you know, faster than the pack 40s. But there you go, big push again. Panzer comes here, back it up on the MD-34. You can leave with the lieutenant first before pops a grenade in the machine gun. What's up? There you go. Force to the but double grenades in the right squad. Good go. Almost got it. He's going to be able to finish off with the assault rifles on this. Does El Dorado get lucky? Yes, he does. The cheeky bastard. He gets sufficient lucky to avoid a wipe in the rifle squad, despite staying in the midst of a bloody bung grenade. That is some great luck there for El Dorado, and some pretty sour grapes for Jimmy to swallow. Points being seized. Their pumpkin is under heavy fire, but they're ace level now. 10 kills in service of Das Vaterland. Other squad also in heavy trouble there as they take significant damage. Close to the Panther 4 again, though again, not again, but you know, could still consider a Osvin here. Stugs, I think you should consider Stugs definitely, or just, but there you go. Finally Panther 4 here for Jimmy for the 272nd Volksgrenadier Division. Finally, after many hours of chiming down to headquarters, they need armored support, they finally get it. And there you go, cluster bombs here from El Dorado and Jimmy support by machine gun there. Somehow surviving it, though, just one man alive, and that's just barely. That is some ridiculous lucky. We got railway artillery support on the 50 cal nearby unit. A complete surprise for El Dorado. Apparently did not see it coming, was too preoccupied elsewhere. The 50 cal crew and the nearby racing squad are just removed from the face of the earth alongside a tree. If any squads were there, they're certainly also removed from the very face of this earth. Telemine goes off and the Sherman could possibly finish it off here. And there we go, a huge reversal in a matter of moments for El Dorado. He was ahead and now all of a sudden, a lot of his stuff is dead. Good God. Talk about a backhand slap here from Jimmy. Panther forming in, the other Sherman could also be in some deep trouble zone. There we go, going for the Sherman. Good hit then, the side armor. Up here we got Panther going straight for the power cards. Just Jimmy looking for openings now to exploit with the Panther Grenadiers. Just putting the pedal to the cup metal here. And we got a huge chunk of infantry in there. At the same time, he needs to be kept, does get hit by bang grenades. You could actually consider calling the railroad till in the pack cards just to deny it to El Dorado, possibly. But I guess he decides not to do this with preoccupied. Got switched in for the Sherman, disengage away from the Panther 4. Almost got the machine gun here as well. That would be 250 cals connected to grab and turn against El Dorado. But there you go, the other one gets away. Quickly spreading out around the center for El Dorado. Needs more armor out soon and needs to be a bit more careful next time around. Back here, reinforcing healing. Good lord, that was just spectacularly brutal. Doesn't grab the 50 cal there, but no sight by El Dorado. Definitely more like a 50 cal heading into the opponent's hands. Panther 4 pilots should consider strong. The machine gun being added there. Still not adding it. Well, squad the routed. We got the Panther moving head here. Of course, backed up with the Panther 4. They're actually harder to hit. And they move faster. Nice little bonus there. Now Sherman weather for El Dorado for the 2nd Infantry Division. Grab the southern points here. Not the 50 cal. Troops reinforcing healing. Fresh counter-attack being planned there for the eastern area, the lodging yard. Sherman going over the Panthers. There we go. They gain ace levels while even as the losing men. Try and take out that 50 cal, but risk getting wiped up with the Sherman. Down to just one man. He's calling in railroad support, but he does cost him the Panther Grenadiers. It's quite a harsh blow here to Jimmy, to Germany. And just to call in the railroad support in this case, it just looks like it's not going to do anything. So that was a bit of a double whiff there by Jimmy. Like, lost the Panther Grenadiers by way ace level, which again are great. And chucked away ton of munitions. That was oh, never mind. Apparently, El Dorado wasn't ready for that one. Cleared out the 50 cal. And he's moved through the area still. Oh, the El Dorado, what's going on? Are you alright? Third shell apparently just massacred a whole lot of squirrels that sought refuge, sanctuary within the American base. Only to get just devastated by German artillery. Need to retreat the Panthers. We've got the Sherman charging in there. More Panthers here on the way for Jimmy. Prioritizing by the Panther Grenadiers over Panthers. That is not something you typically see a lot of. But clearly highlights just how much faith Jimmy has in the mighty Panther Grenadier. Panther Force, the Sherman got the Pack 40s nowhere near sight, in fact. Planning to support 50 cal by still lying a band. We've got the M10 this thing up to flank the Panther 4. Need to cover that Panzer compound fear there, Jimmy. You need to be very, very careful. Down to less than half health here. Quick combat blitz to get out of that hazard zone here. Entertaining holding up here. And west with the rough squad there. Back here, reinforcing healing. He's also now expended more or less all of his munitions. Had a huge load. But, I mean, if El Dorado doesn't have grabbing that 50 cal, I mean, that artillery barrage still ends up being quite decent. It certainly seems like he's for some reason forgetting the 50 cal, despite, you know, they're going to be pretty great versus the Panzer Grenadiers. Fixing up the Panzer Kampfwagen 4. And there we go, an airdrop combat group, but this time it's certainly an interesting move there by El Dorado. Clearly he wants some elite infantry, put pressure there, but also I guess another 50 cal, not 50 cal, a pack out here versus his opponent. Another grenade here. Now, again, by this point in time, Jimmy's more ready for them, so there's kind of like, yeah, he's less likely to be just getting those surprise wipes here, which is early on versus Jimmy. Nice hit from the pack forward in the Sherman. And there you go, paratroopers good to go. Pack cards ready as well. Still, he's shot munitions and can't immediately out the Browning light machine guns, which I imagine is what he wants. Of course, he could be planning double bazookas instead, and those are actually quite impactful versus German armor when they're equipped on the paratroopers, since they do get some bonuses. Paratroopers, the Panzer Grenadiers, there you go, bun grenade. We got 49 points left for Jimmy. It's going to be a close one there in terms of victory points since El Dorado is quite good at controlling them. And he's still got a massive lead over Jimmy here and the 272nd Volksgrenadier Division. Another Panther Fort there for Jimmy, finally. But he does extend his Panther Fort in a rather awkward manner to get it out of there. He also needs to get the Pack 40 down. He needs to combat Blitz. Blitzkrieg! In the other way. So you mean the Italian Blitzkrieg? Yeah, the Italian Blitzkrieg. Panther Fort narrowly escapes and needs to retreat the machine gun there. Pack 40 coming up to help block the assault there by the shells of the pursuit. We've got another wipe. The Panther Fort still goes down. Yikes, but then he's getting some wipes there on El Dorado. We've got cluster bombs on the Pack 40 here. And looks like we'll be able to get the Shermans, grab the Western Victory Point. We've got 38 versus 385. Packs there, trying to go as the cluster bombs fall down from above like really explosive raindrops. Machine gun now has been cleared out with the Sherman. Intense pressure here still going on then. Just high casualties on both sides. Panther 4 there, ready and done for Jimmy at this point. I really think you just consider Stu to help deal with the Shermans. Sherman trying to get the point here. We got 38 silvers of 83. Center victory point being seized by the Americans under El Dorado's command. Panther 1 hops at the show on the west side here. 50 cal did get crewed here. In fact, using his parachute, in fact, forgetting that reinforcement fully. Bit of a mistake there by El Dorado, perhaps indicating that he might be feeling the pressure here from Jim despite otherwise being in the lead. He might be suffering on other fronts. This causing him to perhaps be a bit distraught here. It's down from El Dorado here. 36 with 382. It's going to be a close one here for Jimmy. Wins it. It's going to be a close one. He's going to need to be careful. I mean, he's still he's starting to really hurt El Dorado, but El Dorado has just got such lead victory points. He's still hurting Jimmy hard. So doesn't know. But there goes Sherman. The cop from the dog pack 40. A bit of a mistake. The El Dorado's not even popping smoke. We could see the Sherman go down. There we go. One Sherman finally down. Just as another one's about to arrive, preventing from getting out 3 Shermans at the same time, which could have allowed for a pretty strong push here versus Jimmy. Jimmy's holding on frantically, fanatically, against all odds. He is slowly actually getting ground again. And there you go, another Sherman ready there for El Dorado. Strong the 50 cal here, machine they're getting hammered by the Pack howitzer. And he still hasn't grabbed the other one. I mean, you're going to call in the airdrop combat group, at least just get the other one going as well, since that could add more pressure to Jimmy. Fence wipe up more support units, just infantry. So bit of an oversight there by El Dorado, and with the 50 cal, that certainly highlights that he might be overlooking some crucial elements. Definitely been oversight there by El Dorado. We got 32 versus 374. Jimmy can go for another Panther 4 now. Or we can also just go for the Stug. And get out a pair of Stugs here versus El Dorado. There you go. Another Panzer come flank here for Jimmy. Pack out up the center. West side here, we got the infantry ahead here. Backed up with the Panther 4 and Pack 40s. Grenades are changed here. Panther guns right. We got the Sherman here versus the Panther 4. The Sherman's already at half health here. Almost got it with the Panther 4. 32 versus 354. Sherman almost destroyed it at the hands of Jimmy, but it does narrowly avoid the hands of German destruction. Back here, reinforcing healing. Panther 4 halfway down there for Jimmy in the 272nd Volksgrenadier Division. Panther 4 they're being fixed up. 5th coming towards the center. Eastern point received here by the lieutenant. Sherman sending ahead here for Jimmy for freedom and democracy. Panther right from the machine and Panther backing them up here. And the West Pioneers was the Pathfinders with 27 kills. Double bars as well. They are definitely having an impact there on Jimmy. But that Panther 4 is also going to have an impact. There you go. Half Gun Machine doing their entertainment 40, but a mistake there on the other side by El Dorado. There you go. Popping the Incendiary Pink, which is great at cleaning out instincts. See there? With the support from the Panther 4, they just shredded that machine and tank crew. And the 5th Caliber could also control. There you go. Further incredible damage there. This is almost being annihilated in a matter of seconds. There you go. Machine with Panther 4 support gets it fully. Paratrooping up on the left flank, but El Dorado's forces are being destroyed here now. The amount of firepower that Jimmy's bringing to bear on just a few points at the time is crushing El Dorado. His forces have been decimated. He still has the tanks, but by now Jimmy sort of brought up the same number, and now, meanwhile, Jimmy enjoys a decided advantage in both infantry and support weapons. Sherman knocked out here. The situation is now spiraling out of control here for El Dorado for the 2nd Infantry Division. Despite a valiant effort here There's the Germans during this Battle of the Bulge engagement. The Germans have finally managed to overcome the difficulties and with enough support managed to break through. It seems, or at least the breakthrough field's close. Another showing where the Dorado. There's still 25 points left, so if Dorado somehow pulls off a great enough maneuver, he might be able to pull it off here still. But it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a close call here. It's going to require some absolutely brilliant infantry maneuvers and perhaps Jimmy making a small mistake or two. So it's going to be a tough one here for Dorado. Not impossible, but it's going to be pretty close and pretty tough. Class 1 for 4-2, Pack 4, Panther 4 here. Pack's cleared out, the ground with the lieutenant here. Machine gun about to get wiped up, Panther 4 push back. Could take out the Panther for the Pack 4, and that might be the sort of stuff here that Dorado needs to just win this. But we've already got the Panthers moving in to clear out the anti-tanker. The troops moving up, being stalled up by more Panthers than these. The Panthers are clearly now the backbone here of Jimmy's efforts. Almost got the paratroopers there, the anti-tanker cleared out, the Panther 4 survives. Sherman moving ahead here. Can rush forwards here. Need to be careful here with all the anti-tankers nearby, but still it's going forward. Another Sherman ready. Dorado is in bad even from there. Go Panther 4 there, supporting the other Panther 4s. Sherman down to half health, could get knocked out here. Looks like it. Doesn't even get one of the Panther 4s. No, it misses. It misses. And the Sherman is out. But now Dorado's forces are worn threadbare. There's barely any infantry left to throw at the Germans. The tanks are aflame. Dorado is in a precarious position. Panther 4 knocked out. He's still attacking. He's still ordering his men furiously to move forwards to avenge their fallen brethren, comrades, and friends. But Jimmy is clearly not having any more of this nonsense. He's having none of this. He's hoping to take out that Panther 4. We already got another Panther 4 for Jimmy. Still, Dorado's got that fighting spirit. West Telegram on the point there. Oh dear, we got 23 points left. He's almost got the Western victory point. Sherman getting away here. Needs to defend the other victory points. We'll grab that one. There we go. 23 points left. And Dorado's back to bleeding out. Jimmy, will he be able to finish it off here? Will he be able to deliver the crushing blow here to Jimmy? Or will Dorado snuff out the remaining little hope here that Dorado may have? Will he crush him? Shatter it. 20 points left versus 328. Panther going for the Sherman. Dorado's running out of resources. Guess he's giving up in that sense. Grenade off the machine gun. Got it. Certainly seems like he's not entirely in the fight anymore, though. Like, he's clearly reinforcing troops, moving about the rest, but he's not, like, training more troops at this point. He's not seeming like airdropping stuff there, which could maybe allow him to, like, sneak in some extra stuff there. Even, like, needs to, theoretically, like, rescue his opponent, getting a pack out at this point. I don't think it matters to Dorado. Gone out there. So perhaps miss him too. Oh, we got one from there. Go. Bunk takes the lieutenant. Dorado gets down to the paratroopers, the ambulance, and an incoming RAV score. But I think it's safe to say there you go. Dorado is out of the war. So there you go. GG. Game over. A spectacular fight here on Crossroads. With some great action on both sides. And then I think Dorado was slightly undone by some tactical mistakes here and there. Plus not crewing some of the support weapons so he could have faster. I think that gave Jimmy more openings. Jimmy, I think, could have been a bit, you know, well, better pulled off in some departments. Still, I mean, the Panthers definitely proved to be a crucial element. So, I mean, great play there with the Panthers. 2 thumbs up to that one. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, tell a family. Don't tell enemies. This is Pro Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.